Welcome to the Buried Truth. Tonight, we're heading to downtown Miami, where one wild Saturday night turned into a crime scene that would shut down a popular nightclub forever. It was supposed to be just another night out. The music inside the Eclipse Disco Club was thumping. The lights were a kaleidoscope of colors, and hundreds of people were packed shoulder to shoulder, dancing like tomorrow didn't exist. The energy was electric. But no one inside that club knew. By the end of the night, Eclipse Disco Club would be sealed off with police tape. The club opened its doors at 9 p.m., and by 11, the dance floor was a sea of moving bodies. Among the crowd was 24-year-old Lily Carter. She was a recent college graduate, visiting Miami with her friends for a weekend getaway. She wore a stylish black dress, had a smile that could light up a room, and was capturing the moment. She posted a story on her Instagram with a simple, happy caption, "Best night ever." Tragically, that post would be her last. Security footage later showed Lily entering the club at exactly 10:47 p.m. She was laughing with her friends, holding a drink in her hand, and making her way toward the DJ booth to dance. From the outside, everything looked perfectly normal, just another group of friends having a great time. But behind the flashing lights and the deafening beat, something dark was already starting to unfold. Around midnight, a few witnesses near the bar noticed a heated argument. A man, later identified as 29-year-old Marcus Reed, was seen talking aggressively to Lily. The scene was confusing for those who saw it. Some thought they were just a couple having a spat. Others dismissed it as a simple drunken misunderstanding, common in a loud club environment. The music was just too loud, drowning out the words and masking the real danger in his tone. No one heard the warning signs. Bartenders, when later questioned by police, painted a clearer picture. They recalled that Marcus had been drinking heavily all night. He appeared intensely jealous, angry, and possessive toward Lily. His demeanor was unsettling. At 12:38 a.m., security cameras captured Lily trying to walk away from him, clearly attempting to de-escalate the situation and get some space. But Marcus followed her. The cameras caught them both disappearing down the club's VIP hallway, a dimly lit area with minimal security. A blind spot in the club's surveillance. Minutes crawled by. On the main dance floor, the music continued to pound. The strobes flashed, and the crowd kept dancing, completely oblivious. No one had noticed that Lily was now missing from her group of friends. No one knew she was in trouble. At 1:02 a.m., a club employee headed to the VIP restroom to clean up a spilled drink. But what they found froze them in place. Lily Carter was lying on the floor. She was unconscious, bleeding, and not breathing. The discovery sent a shockwave of panic through the club. The DJ abruptly cut the music. The sudden silence was pierced by screams as the horrible reality set in. Police and paramedics were called immediately, rushing to the scene. But it was too late. Lily was pronounced dead right there on the restroom floor. The official cause of death: blunt force trauma to the head. A vibrant, popular disco club had just turned into a homicide scene. Security immediately locked down the building, trapping everyone inside as police began their investigation. Detectives started the painstaking process of reviewing hours of surveillance footage, and what they found was chilling. The footage showed Marcus Reed entering that same restroom hallway just moments after Lily. Then, a mere 3 minutes later, he was seen rushing out. He quickly adjusted his jacket, glanced around nervously, and bolted out of the club through a side door. He never called for help. He never looked back. He just vanished into the Miami night. Detectives had their prime suspect. They worked quickly, using Marcus's credit card records from the bar and his rideshare data to track his movements. By the next morning, they had located him. He was arrested at a motel just 12 miles away from the club. Inside his room, police found the evidence they needed: a pair of blood-stained shoes, Lily's phone, and the exact jacket he was seen wearing in the security footage. During his interrogation, Marcus tried to spin a story. He claimed it was all a terrible accident. He admitted they had argued, but insisted that Lily had slipped and hit her head. He was just scared, he said, so he ran. But the medical examiner's report told a very different, much more violent story. Lily's injuries were severe and defensive wounds were present. She had been struck multiple times. This wasn't an accident. This was an act of pure rage. As the case went public, the story exploded. The community was horrified. The Eclipse Disco Club faced a massive backlash for its glaring safety failures. Poor security, dangerously dark hallways, and a complete lack of cameras In the so-called VIP areas, former employees began coming forward, sharing stories of how fights happened often at the club and were consistently ignored by management, who prioritized profits over safety. In court, the prosecution presented a powerful and heartbreaking piece of evidence: Lily's final Instagram post. The smiling, happy photos of her, taken just an hour before her death, was shown to the jury. Her parents sat in the courtroom, silent and grief-stricken, as the prosecutors described their daughter's terrifying final moments. After a tense 2-week trial, the verdict came in. The jury found Marcus Reed guilty of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison. The justice system had worked, but it couldn't bring Lily back. The scandal was too much for the Eclipse Disco Club. Its reputation was destroyed. Just 3 months after the trial, it shut down permanently. Today, the building stands empty and derelict. There's no music, no lights, no dancing. Just a haunting silence where a young life was tragically cut short. Lily Carter went out for a night of dancing and fun with her friends. She never came home, and all it took was one person's unchecked anger, one moment of violence in a crowded room where everyone thought they were safe. This case is a stark reminder that even the brightest, most vibrant places can hide the darkest crimes. It teaches us a difficult lesson. Never ignore the red flags, and never assume you are safe just because you are surrounded by people. Darkness doesn't always need silence to thrive. Sometimes, all it needs is for good people to look the other way. Thanks for watching The Buried Truth. If you found this story important, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories that need to be heard. Stay safe out there.